What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric, and today on the channel we're going to be doing something very, very fun. We're going to be doing another unboxing today. The only thing about this unboxing is that it's going to be leading to a few other videos in an overall kind of video series that I'm going to be working on, thanks to a few companies that made this whole thing happen, which we're going to learn more about as we unbox the following boxes in today's video. So without further ado, let's get into unboxing. Alright, and let's open box number one. Alright, looks like we got a little bit of cardboard in here. And what we have here, we have a bridge for a 4-string bass, and we obviously have a bass body right here. Alright, and box one is open, and let's take a quick look at this bass body right here. And if you couldn't guess from this obvious giveaway, I'm going to be doing a full-on bass build on this channel here. And I'm going to be using this body in conjunction with a few other parts from other companies that will be featured later on in this video to make a pretty unreal instrument here. And obviously, I have a couple ideas of what I want to do for the finish here, but let me know in the comments below how you want me to finish this guitar here. I got a few other options, and I want to show that as a DIY kind of paint your own guitar style project, as well as everything else that comes with having to put together your own guitar kit from a trusted source like Solo Music here. And I guess the one unfortunate thing is that this actually doesn't have any sort of pickguard screws, so we're gonna have to order some of those and get those into this. And a very interesting thing about this body here is that it's made of basswood, and this was actually from Solo Music's B-stock section here. You know, the routing looks pretty good and everything like that, and you know, there's a little bit of excess wood, so I'll probably go in there and clean that up a little bit just before paint and everything like that. But yeah, honestly, like, for the price I got this at, I can't really complain because this is fully CNC'd and fully machined and everything like that. And you're not going to find something of this quality for the price I paid for that. So if you're in Canada and if you're looking for some parts or looking to upgrade your guitar or do a project build like this, I'm going to recommend Solo Music. They've never disappointed me, and their customer service has been pretty awesome throughout the years that I've been buying from them. Alright, box number two. And here's a quick little hint and giveaway of what we have here. Always gotta love stickers. I feel like this is why most of us buy gear anyways, is for the stickers. Alright, and here we go. We have a few packages from EMG here. Alright, and here we have a couple packages from EMG, and I really want to shout out Alex at EMG for helping me get these parts together for this build that's going on. Thank you so much, Alex, for sending all this to me. I really appreciate it, and especially EMG's customer service. And essentially, I have a few things here that are going to be going into the bass guitar that I'm going to be building for you guys. And I also have just a general guitar wiring kit for 2 pickups. I have a set of active EMGs that actually don't have wiring. That's going to be for something else down the road. And here are the pickups and the active EQ control that's going to be going into the bass. I have an EMG PJ set here. It's just a classic one, and I went with that because honestly, like, after doing a lot of demoing and listening back to different demos and doing a lot of reading and things like that, and honestly just like going back down my own personal musical library and everything like that, it seems like a lot of my favorite bass tones, especially the ones that I grew up with and a lot of the ones that are really consistent today and the ones that have kind of reigned true through a lot of the years, is honestly just fueled by EMG. And there's a reason that so many of my favorite bands, like bass players for example, have used EMG pickups throughout the years, whether it's Rex Brown or Ryan Martini of Mudvayne and things like that. It's just such a consistent sound, and some of my favorite albums and some of my favorite bass tones actually have EMG pickups on that. So I wanted to go back down the rabbit hole and kind of go back to roots, if you will, and throw these. And I wanted to do something a little bit differently and explore a few other tonal variations as well, rather than just the modern standard for metal bass tone. There's a reason that companies are still using EMG pickups. There's a reason why artists are still using EMG pickups in an age where there's so many other options as well. And in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with the old school standard, and I'm really looking forward to trying these pickups in this bass here. And I honestly love how these pickups are just solderless, and you don't need to mess with soldering or anything like that. From a tech standpoint, it makes install so easy. I don't mind soldering or anything like that, but for the average person who maybe wants to learn how to swap pickups and things like that, this makes it so easy for that person to try new pickups rather than having to deal with soldering and unsoldering and maybe ruining some hardware on your guitar. So yeah, that's just my 2 thoughts. I love EMG. Alex, if you're watching this, thanks so much for bringing these pickups into my life, and I'm looking forward to throwing them into the bass. And last but not least, box number 3. And here is the final box that we're going to be unboxing today. If you couldn't have guessed already, this is going to be the neck. We already have the body, we got the pickups, and we got the neck in here. But I'm really looking forward to actually getting this neck onto the bass and kind of living with this neck rather than just hanging out with it for a day or for however long the setup in the video takes, and then getting the guitar or bass back to the owner. So yeah, really excited to see what's in here. So let's do it. right, and here we go. Here is the final piece to this bass project that I'm really looking forward to building for all of you and showing a few tips and tricks of how to actually put together your own kit guitar and, you know, pickup wiring and pickup install and things like that. And yeah, from my background in setting up guitars and kind of doing a lot of this in like this DIY realm and everything, this is kind of like right in my wheelhouse. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this whole process with you all. And hopefully someone who's watching this is actually going to learn something from it. You know, this is what it's all about. It's all about sharing your knowledge and passing it on to someone else and seeing if they can potentially benefit from it. And in case some of you are wondering, like, you know, Eric, like, why are you building a bass and not a guitar or anything? And that's because I actually play bass in a band out here in Western Canada. We're called Neck of the Woods. And if you're local to the Vancouver region, we are playing next month in November. It's going to be the band's 10-year anniversary, and we're playing at the Rickshaw. If you want to go and check out that show, ticket link is in the description below. We'd love to see you there. So yeah, without further ado, let's take this neck out of this wrapping here. It's a neck from my good friends at Illuminati Guitars here. And, oh, there's one of the tuners. I guess it looks like that kind of popped off in shipping, and is it okay? I think so. I guess we'll see. Anyways, this is from my good friends at Illuminati Guitars. This is their bass neck here, which is going to be fitting any sort of Fender style body, which is what that bass body is actually routed for. It has a Fender style pocket and everything like that. And this neck is what we're going to be putting into the bass, and I am so excited to actually try this. You guys might remember that I had Andrew Baina's Illuminati like baritone guitar, and actually fell in love with that guitar, especially because it had the aluminum neck, lucite body. And the big thing about these aluminum necks is that they're honestly never going to move because it's just, you know, plain metal. There's no truss rod in it, so it's honestly never going to have to get adjusted and things like that because aluminum is so strong and so light. Like, this neck is really light and it's so well balanced. We have the ultralight design here, so there's actually a cutout to actually do a little bit of weight relieving in here. And I honestly just like how this looks and everything like that, especially with the back strings here. You might get that, you know, strings over nothing kind of vibe and things like that. Yeah, it looks super sick. Brass nut and everything like that. 20 frets on this bass, stainless steel frets as well. And yeah, I think this is honestly going to be a monster of a bass when it's all said and done. The interesting thing is that the body is made of basswood and the neck is going to be aluminum. We got EMG pickups, but essentially the bass that I'm going to be throwing together for you all is going to be maybe the most solid bass because the neck's never going to move. We got a brass nut. We have EMG pickups. There's going to be a lot of tonal consistency from night to night when I'm actually playing this thing. And yeah, like, I'm actually really excited to throw this whole thing together. But yeah, big thank you to James and Illuminati Guitars for sending over this bass neck here. I really appreciate that, and this is going to be put to some really good use. Alex over at EMG Pickups for the pickups, and yeah, without further ado, that's kind of it. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel as well, consider subscribing. There's going to be a full-on video series that goes over this, as well as other guitar setup repairs and tutorial videos on this channel as well. And let me know in the comments below of what you want me to do with the overall finish on that bass body there. I have a few ideas in mind, but I would love hearing from you to see what kind of designs you'd want to see on this bass as well. Maybe we're going to hydro dip it. Maybe we'll actually just spray paint it and things like that. Maybe I'll get an artist to actually just paint it and then I'll just seal it over and something like that. It's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to see this whole bass come together. With all that being said, thanks for checking this video, and I will see you next time.